Good evening, everyone. Pro learners, quickly join the Zoom meeting. Sanu, I have a problem with you. I mean, I keep you I try to keep you on mute, and then you unmute yourself. You unmute yourself. Good evening, everyone. Pro learners.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Hello. Hi, ma'am. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. How are you, Poonam?
I'm fine, ma'am. And what about you?
Yeah, so am I. Thank you. अनु, आपको सुनाई दिया मैंने क्या बोला था?
हाँ मैम।
मैंने आपको क्या बोला था कि मैं आपका जो डिवाइस है, आपका जो माइक है, उसे म्यूट करती हूँ, आप फिर उसे 1 मिनट 1 सेकंड के अंदर अनम्यूट कर देते हो। यहाँ पे जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं ना, वो सब म्यूट पर रहते हैं। जब उनको बोलना होता है वो सिर्फ तब अनम्यूट करते हैं, क्योंकि आपके बैकग्राउंड नॉइस आती है, उससे पूरी क्लास डिस्टर्ब होती है। तो अब आपको म्यूट कर रही हूँ और आप अनम्यूट नहीं करेंगे। आप अनम्यूट करेंगे तो मुझे मजबूरन आपको क्लास से फिर निकालना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि या तो आप एक ऐसी जगह जाके बैठिए जहां बिल्कुल भी आवाज ना हो, तो कोई डिस्टर्ब ही नहीं होगा। ठीक है? आप सांस भी लेते हो तो आवाज आती है, राइट? प्लीज इस चीज का थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखिए। Alright, guys. Now it is better. If anybody wants to speak, you guys know the rule. Raise your hand. I'll call your name. Then you guys unmute your device and talk. Easy? Easy rule of my class? Okay.
Yes.
So, first of all, guys, Happy New Year to everyone, because so many students did not join the yesterday's class. So, yes, I hope we all do something productive each and every day of this year, right? Yes, Karthik, please go ahead.
I want to say something, ma'am. Like yesterday, you said that you're going to conduct sessions at 12 o'clock on weekends. So that time, as you said before, you need to wake up twice. So you can do one thing, ma'am. On Sundays, 7 p.m. slot is free. No one is teaching at that time. So and on Saturdays, you can teach at 12 p.m. On Sunday, you can teach at 7 p.m. so that you need to wake up only once.
No, Karthik, actually, I talked to my team, and it is, they cannot change it for one day. So my class is from Monday to Friday, it is 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. So 5 p.m. remains the same from Monday to Sunday. So 4 p.m. Monday to Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, it is for same 12 p.m. Okay.
Oh, okay, ma'am. But I'm saying that you can take it, you
No,
can
I
teach at
cannot,
5 p.m. and
because
7
7
p.m.
p.m. session is for only one day. If it would have been for both Saturday and Sunday, then I would have gone for it. Okay.
The reason I said because you need to wake up twice on weekends. So that's why I told you.
Okay. I think I can do this on
Okay, ma'am.
weekends. If
Your
I can
wish.
do it. It's not my wish, it's my team's wish, Karthik. Okay. So, guys, we have been doing parts of speech. We have been learning parts of speech. And yeah, day before yesterday, we started the topic verb. But as I told you, verb is a vast topic. It is very important that you learn about each and every type of verb, what are main verbs, what are auxiliary verbs, what are the 3 types of verbs, right? So today we are going to learn about auxiliary verbs and modal verbs in detail. So I hope you remember the day we started the verb topic, I told you there are 2 types of verbs. One the main verbs and the other one auxiliary verbs. So in auxiliary verbs, we have 2 kind of verbs. First, helping verbs, and second, modal verbs. So today we are going to learn about these both, helping verb and modal verbs. Okay. So let's quickly start with the first slide. Someone please read.
Auxiliary verb.
The verbs be, am, is, was, have, and do when used with the ordinary verbs to make tenses passive forms. Questions and negatives are called auxiliary verbs or auxiliaries. Auxiliary means helping.
Modal verbs, please go ahead.
Modal verbs. The verbs can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must, and ought are called modal verbs or modals. They are used before ordinary verbs and express meanings such as permissions, possibility, certainty, and necessity. Need and dare can also sometimes be used like modal verbs.
Yes. So guys, now I'm going to explain the slide. Auxiliary verbs are helping verbs. See, you can simply see it in the last line. Auxiliary means helping. So either you can call them auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. I prefer calling them helping verbs because the reason they help in the sentence, they help the main verb in the sentence, right? So guys, we have auxiliary verbs like, first of all, the form of be. Okay, be is MR, was, were, and been. Then we have, has, had, do, does, did, and. Okay, these are your auxiliary verbs. So why do we use them? We use them to help the main sentence. So we use with the ordinary verbs to make tenses, passive forms of sentence, right? Questions and negatives. Easy? Okay, then modal verbs. So guys, modal verbs are can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must, ought, used to, ought to, dare to. Okay, these all are modal verbs. They are different from helping and main verbs. Why we use them? We used them before ordinary verbs, like the first form of verb. Always remember, modal verb is always used with the first form of verb. Either it's can, either it's could, either it's might, or may. They all come before first form of verb or with the first form of verb. Okay, now we use them for different purposes. Like we use can and could for ability. They're modal verbs of ability. They show us ability. Then we have may, might. They're certainty, probability, will, would, permission, shall, should, obligation, must, obligation. Okay, so we learn them in details in maybe other session. Need and dare can also sometimes be used like modal verbs. Yes, need to, dare to. For example, you need to clean the room, it's so messy. Obligation. मीनाक्षी जोशी, you are saying मैम मुझे स्टार्टिंग से सीखना है. मीनाक्षी, यहाँ कोई स्टार्टिंग नहीं होती क्योंकि बैच नहीं है कोई. ठीक है, अब जैसे आप ऑफलाइन क्लासेस में जाएंगे आपको बैच सिस्टम मिलता है कि हमारा बैच फर्स्ट ऑफ जनवरी से स्टार्ट हो रहा है, तो आप प्लीज उससे पहले ज्वाइन करिए. यहाँ पे ऐसा सिस्टम नहीं है, ये लाइव क्लासेस हैं. यहाँ पे मैं आपको डेली कोई ना कोई एक अलग टॉपिक, डिफरेंट टॉपिक पढ़ाती हूँ. समटाइम्स दे आर कनेक्टेड फ्रॉम देयर previous or upcoming chapter, but most of them are not. तो प्लीज अगर आप ये सोचेंगे कि मुझे स्टार्टिंग से सीखना है, वो कभी हो नहीं पाएगा. तो अभी जहां आप हैं, जैसे ये बिल्कुल बेसिक टॉपिक है वर्ब्स, तो अगर आप यहाँ से स्टार्ट करती हैं तो आपके लिए बहुत इजी रहेगा सब. ओके, anybody any question from this slide? कुछ चीज समझ ना आई हो किसी को भी, you guys can raise your hand or just unmute and ask. शाह फैसल, फैसल शाह, ये बेसिक ही है. और मैं आपसे क्या कह रही हूँ, वर्ब बेसिक टॉपिक है, एडवांस टॉपिक नहीं है. चौधरी राहुल, मेरी क्लास 4 बजे से 6 बजे तक होती है. 4 से 5 ग्रामर, 5 से 6 स्पीकिंग. So moving ahead, someone please read.
The auxiliary be and its form is REA. In the formation of continuous tense, example, he is working.
It's a tenses. In the formation of continuous tenses.
Yes, ma'am. Tenses. In second, in the formation of the passive, example, the doors were opened. Be followed by the infinitive is used to indicate a plan, arrangement, and agreement. Example, I am to see him tomorrow.
Right.
Second is to denote command. Example, you are to write your name at the top of each sheet of paper.
Now guys, in this slide we are learning where to use the be form of auxiliary verb. Be की कितनी forms हैं present में? is MR. सबसे पहले we use be form in the information of continuous tenses. आपने मुझे बहुत बार सुना होगा कहते हुए is MR verb plus ing, is MR verb plus ing, right? So सबसे पहले हम continuous tenses में is MR use करते हैं. In present continuous is MR, in past continuous was were. Okay, with verb plus ing. For example, I am teaching English. You are learning verbs. They are sleeping. We are moving or shifting to a different place. Okay, so is MR. So with continuous is verb plus ing. In present is MR, for past was were. Next, in the information of the passive sentences. So guys, जैसे मैंने बोला I am teaching English, ये active sentence है. यहीं पे मैं बोलूंगी English is taught by me, ये passive sentence है. So in passive sentences also we use was were. जैसे मैंने बोला English was is और past में हो जाएगा was. So in passive sentences में भी हम is MR, was were, मतलब form of be use करते हैं. Then third use is it is be, the verb be is followed by the infinitive is used. Okay, for example, to indicate a pain, arrangement, or agreement. I am to see him tomorrow. Instead of saying I will see him tomorrow, I am to see. Although these kind of sentences are not very common. The second one, you are to write your name at the top of each paper. You are supposed to write your name at the, so anyways we are using is MR. So these are the uses. Is that clear? Anybody, any question? Shivani, you are raising your hand.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, yeah, we use is MR too. So, what is the meaning of this sentence?
Where,
Like
which,
here it is written, I am to see him tomorrow.
यस, इसका सेम मतलब सिंपल मतलब है मैं उससे कल मिलूंगा या मुझे उससे कल मिलना है, बिकॉज इट इज रिटन ना टू इंडिकेट अ प्लान. अब आपने कुछ प्लान बनाया है तो हम सिंपली क्या यूज करते हैं, विल, राइट. आई विल
Yes.
गो एंड सी हिम टुमारो. बट हियर इंस्टेड ऑफ यूजिंग विल हम एम यूज कर रहे हैं. सच टाइप ऑफ सेंटेंसेस आर नॉट वेरी कॉमन टू यूज, शिवानी, because we prefer
Okay, ma'am.
using will. We prefer to use modal verb instead of using just simply I am to see him tomorrow. So to indicate a plan, any arrangement or agreement, we use such type of sentences. Okay. For example, I am to give a party tomorrow, something like that. So same way we use I will give a party tomorrow, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. And here जैसे मैंने बताया, you are to write. You are to write की जगह हम क्या बोलते हैं, you are supposed to write your name at the top of each sheet of paper, so the examiner will know whose paper it is, whose exam sheet it is, right? So same way. So do not get confused. We have alternatives for such sentences. Bharat, please go ahead. You are raising your hand.
Ma'am,
Ji.
I am going to meet her tomorrow.
Yes.
What type of sentence is it? Is it
I'm going to meet her tomorrow. It is future. Okay.
but I am going now.
तो हाँ हाँ मैं बता देती हूँ, लेकिन आप बता तो फ्यूचर. ओके, गोइंग टू, भारत ध्यान से सुनिएगा. I hope you know Hindi because sometimes I use Hindi in between to make you guys more better, to make it understand you guys. Okay, so going to is a term, just like used to is a term that we use for past activities. Going to is a term we use in present for future plans. When you are sure of doing something, when you are 100% sure about something, you use going to in present, but for future. For example, I am going to take a 5 p.m. session, like speaking session, after my this session. I'm 100% sure. It is my routine, right, Bharat? So this
Okay,
is where we use going to. We use it in present continuous form, but we use it for future arrangements.
Okay, ma'am.
For example, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to make you some coffee. Okay. Here you can also use will, but we use will in sentences when we're 70% sure about something. For example, I will make some coffee for you. Now this
But I have
sentence,
to
I am not 100% sure that I will definitely. But if I'm saying I'm going to make you some coffee, it means I'm 100% sure and I will do it 100%.
But
Okay.
ma'am, I have to do this.
Oh, that is obligation. We use have to when we do not have choice of something. For example, now if I show you my room, it's all messy, but I have to clean it. I don't want to, I want to sleep, but I have to clean it. Okay, Bharat? So
Okay, ma'am.
आप
Thank you.
confused हो रहे हैं with different terms. So I would request you not to go to different topics. Stay on the topic we are learning, because we come on all the topics, like we will learn going to, we will learn have to, everything. Okay, any question from this slide, guys? Anybody? Okay, so this is all about the auxiliary verbs, right? Now we will start with the quiz. Okay, Anju, that is totally fine. Thank you for letting me know that you will not be able to speak. This is what I want, that you guys join my class. Tell me, ma'am, I will not be able to speak, and just be a listener. Okay? Disha, what I don't know what you have written. Yes, you are routine, ma'am. The sentence seems incorrect. Ma'am, I have a doubt. Nisita, it should be a doubt. Please ask about your doubt. So let's start with the first quiz slide, guys. Pick the correct option. I finished this lesson yesterday, but I couldn't because of the flu. I have to, I was to, I am to. Okay. Bharat, please answer.
Ma'am, I was to finish the lesson yesterday, but I couldn't because of the flow.
Flu. So guys, flu is when you are sneezing and you're coughing, right? इसको हम flu बोलते हैं, खांसी नजले को we call it flu, right? But nowadays people call it what? COVID, right? So yes, so when you have flu, you don't feel like doing anything because you are too tired and your nose is running. And so same way this person is saying, I was supposed to. Either you can add suppose, that's totally or fine. I was supposed to finish this lesson yesterday. मुझे ये lesson कल खत्म करना था, past tense, but I couldn't because of the flu. पर मैं नहीं कर पाया because of the flu. So guys, have to we use in present. The sentence is about yesterday. Yesterday means past tense. M2 is also we use in present. Abhishek Kumar, what do you want me to reply? If you ask any question, then only I can reply, na?
Ma'am,
Yes, Bharat.
ma'am, instead of was to, can I use I had to?
Definitely, that's
The
totally
meaning
your
will be
call.
same. Meaning
I have to
same.
finish this lesson yesterday. Yes, 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 yes. Bilkul, bilkul. See, we have alternatives. That's why we don't commonly use was to. We use I was supposed to, or I had to finish this lesson. Anybody, any question in the slide? Please take care of present and past. If you see sentences, any adverb of time like yesterday, day before yesterday, last month, last week, it's past, guys. Okay, do not use present form. Karthik, please answer.
Yes, ma'am. So the delicious meal was devoured by everybody.
Yes. So what is the meaning of the word? The word, okay. So
Maybe
it's
enjoyed.
like, yes, enjoyed. When you enjoy the food, okay. So the delicious meal, जो delicious meal थी, वो सबको पसंद आई. It was devoured by everybody. So guys, again, this sentence is in past. So that's why we are using it was devoured by. And enjoyed, we can also say, Karthik, the meaning of this word is when you eat food hungrily or quickly. For example, I was moving from one place to another, so I had my dinner. I devoured my dinner last night. I ate it hungrily because I was very hungry. Understood?
Okay, ma'am.
Anybody, any question?
हिंदी का अर्थ क्या होगा?
इसने पूछा ये हिंदी का क्या होगा?
मेरा मतलब मैम इसका हिंदी का अर्थ मीनिंग क्या होगा? जैसे कि चाव से खाते हैं इस तरह होगा क्या?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. जल्दी जल्दी खाना, भूख में खाना, D word. And Bharat, if you really want to improve your vocabulary or your English, please stop translating things from English to Hindi. Either translate it from English to English, or translate it to any other language, but but not Hindi, because sometimes we have different meanings of words in Hindi and different in English. So that's why you must have seen me giving you answers or replies in Hindi. Oh, sorry, in English only. I just told you the meaning of beaver. It means to eat your food hungrily or quickly. And I gave you the example last night. I ate my dinner, right? Hungrily. I devoured my dinner last night. Nishita, I don't know what you are writing now. You told I can't understand. Okay, next slide, guys. Someone please read. This is an explanation slide. Now we will learn about the uses of have. Have verb को कैसे use करना है.
The auxiliary have is used first in the performance of
Performance
the
कहाँ लिखा है?
perfect.
रोजी, performance कहाँ लिखा है? मुझे नहीं दिख रहा performance कहीं भी लिखा हुआ.
Formation.
The formation. पढ़िए, आगे पढ़िए और ध्यान से पढ़िए.
He was worked. Sorry.
Was कहाँ है?
Can have
रोजी was कहाँ है? आप क्या पढ़ रही हैं? आप ऐसे पढ़ेंगे तो बाकी स्टूडेंट्स कंफ्यूज हो जाएंगे. ध्यान से पढ़िए और शुरू से पढ़िए. The auxiliary have is used.
The auxiliary have is used in the formation of the perfect tenses. Example, he has worked. Second, have to is used with the infinitive. Infinitive to indicate obligation. Example, I have to be there. The past form had to is used to express obligation in the past. Example, I had to be there by 5 o'clock.
Right.
Third, word usage negative sentence and questions.
In negative sentences.
In negative sentences and questions have to and had to are used with do, does, did. Example, they have to go. They don't have to go. Do they have to go?
Okay, guys. In this slide, we are learning about the uses of have. तो have का use कहाँ कहाँ होता है? First of all, you need to understand that have is a main verb as well as an auxiliary, means helping verb. सबसे पहले तो आपको ये समझना पड़ेगा कि जो have है वो हमारा helping verb की तरह काम करता है और main verb की तरह भी काम करता है. So in the first sentence, first we use it for information in perfect tenses. So मैंने जैसे बताया guys आपको have perfect tenses में have और has perfect tenses में use होता है. Like present perfect में have और has use होता है, past perfect में had use होता है, and future perfect में will have use होता है. Okay, for example, he has worked really hard to achieve this life, this success, right? For example, Mr. Ambani, he has worked really hard to be where he is today. Second, have to. Now guys, have के साथ हमने to लगा दिया, ये model verb बन गया. Have to. तो अब क्या है? Have हमारा helping verb है, have हमारा main verb है, and have to हमारा model verb है. Have के साथ to. Have to हमें क्या show करते हैं? Indication. सॉरी ऑब्लिगेशन, कोई काम हमें करना ही करना है, हमारे पास कोई चॉइस नहीं है. आई हैव टू बी देयर, मुझे वहां पहुंचना है, मेरे पास कोई चॉइस नहीं है, राइट. सेकंड, द पास्ट फॉर्म ऑफ हैव इज हैड. तो हैव टू से ये हैड टू हो जाता है पास्ट में. आई हैड टू बी देयर 5 o'clock बट आई रीच्ड एट 6. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई हैड अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट मीटिंग, मुझे 6 बजे पहुंचना था, सॉरी 5 बजे पहुंचना था, 6 बजे पहुंची ड्यू टू हैवी ट्रैफिक ऑन द रोड्स. तो ये हैव टू प्रेजेंट, हैड टू पास्ट, पहुंचना था, कोई काम करना था, ऑब्लिगेशन. Then third use of have is in negative sentences and questions. Have to and had to are used with do, does, did. For example, they have to go. ये आपका positive sentence है. इसको अगर आप negative बनाएंगे तो क्या होगा? They don't have to go. And interrogative बनाएंगे, do they have to go? Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. So these are the uses of have. Always remember, have is your helping verb, main verb, and have to modal verb. Where do we use has? Who will tell me? HAS, has.
Third
Third
person.
person singular, ma'am.
Yes, Shivani and Karthik. Third person singular. For example, in present tense में बोलूंगी I have a water bottle, right? You have a water bottle. अब मुझे he के लिए बोलना है. He is like Karthik or Bharat, Shafiq. He has a water bottle. And then for she, like Shivani, Rosie, Khushbu, she has a water bottle. Understood, guys? So with I, you, they, we use have, and with he, she, it, we use has. And had is the past. तो had past में सबके साथ यूज होता है, you, they, we, he, she, it. चलिए. Anybody, any question?
No, ma'am.
Good. Next slide. Someone please read. Or we will learn the use of do or do.
I did go. The auxiliary do is used first to form the negative and interrogative of the simple present
Right.
and the simple past tense of ordinary verbs. Example A. He works. He does not work. Does he work? Note, we do not add s/es after the verb with does. B. He worked. He did not work. Did he work? Note, we do not use past form of verb with did not/did. Second, to avoid repetition of a previous ordinary verb. Example, do you know him? Yes, I do. Instead of yes, I know him. Third, do is also used to emphasize the affirmative nature of statement. Example, you do look pale. For in the imperative, do makes a request or invitation more persuasive. Example, oh, do come. It's going to be such fun.
Okay, so guys, first of all, let's understand the forms of do. Now, do is your helping verb as well as main verb, but not modal verb. Okay, so do हम helping verb की तरह भी use करते हैं, main verb की तरह भी use करते हैं. The forms of do is in present we use do, does, past, did, past perfect, done. Do, does, did, done. Now, where do we use does in present? And where do we use do? Just like I told you, has and have, same way, Do is used with Ayu Devi and does is used with he, she, it. This is what you need to understand, guys. I don't know why there is this discrimination between Ayu Devi and he, she, it, but yes, it is what it is. So I am writing it on my whiteboard. Those who are not able to see it, double tap on your screen. Don't tell ma'am it's too small, please zoom. I cannot. You need to zoom your screen. So guys, we have these terms I, you, they, we. Now we need to understand I is used with the first person, मैं, you is second person, तुम या आप, they third person plural, वह है जो हम वह बोलते हैं वह, and we हम, and then we are left with he, she and it. पहले he लिख देते हैं because I always pronounce he first. He, then we have she and it. So these 7 terms हैं, these are your what? Personal pronouns. So आपको ये terms learn करनी पड़ेंगी. I, you, they, we, he, she and it. So first we have. तो guys सबसे पहले I के साथ हम क्या use करेंगे? Have.
Have.
Yes. Then we have you. You के साथ क्या use करेंगे?
Have.
Exactly. Then we have they. They के साथ क्या use करेंगे?
Have.
And then we have we. We के साथ क्या
Have.
use करेंगे? Exactly. Same way जैसे हम यहाँ पे have use कर रहे हैं, I के साथ हम do use करते हैं, you के साथ do use करते हैं, they के साथ do use करते हैं, with we use to. We have he, she, it. Now with he, what do we use? Has and does.
Has.
The same way we are using has, the same way we use does. And we have she, same, has, does. With it, has
Yes, ma'am.
and does. So it किसके साथ use होता है? With animated objects. For example, मैं बोलूँ it has a print on the bottle. It has, or it has a brown cap. So it is used for animated objects. So instead of people, we use it for every other thing. Anybody, any question? Have?
Ma'am,
Yes, Bharat.
instead of he, she, and it, the name of any person, singular number, like Rama.
Right. So that's, I think, simple. Instead of he, you can use the name like Ram or he. Either you can say Ram or you can say his gender. Or same with she, either you can say Sita or any name of a girl or she. Instead of it, you can say the name of the object, like I just said, car. It has blue in color. Oh, sorry, it is blue in color. It has it has comfortable seats. Okay guys, so please ये has, have और do, does का concept समझ जाइए. अब इनके past होते हैं had, that's past, और do, does का did. Past ये सबके लिए रहते हैं. आयु देवी, ही, she, it के लिए हम past में did use करेंगे और had use करेंगे. I hope I'm clear here. So same way, so we use do in negative and interrogative sentences, in simple present tense, simple past tense. For example, he works. This is simple present tense. अब इसी sentence को मुझे negative में change करना है, वो काम नहीं करता. तो मैं ये नहीं बोलूँगी he not works. It will be incorrect. अब यहाँ पे आ जाएगा does, because with he, she, it we use does and then not. He doesn't work. Interrogative question, like question में हम क्या करते हैं? Interrogative sentence, we simply swap the subject and the helping verb. Does he work? Okay. Please understand that we do not add s or es after the verb does. Already verb हमारे पास es है तो हम verb में s और es नहीं लगाएंगे. मैं ये नहीं बोलूंगी does he works, it will be incorrect. Does he work? Does he sleep? Or does he sleeps? Is that clear? Next, he worked, past tense. Past, what do we call it? Positive sentence. He worked. He worked in a restaurant when he was a student. Negative, he did not work in an office. Did he work in Tim Hortons? Did he work in McDonald's? Did he work in Domino's? Okay, easy. So past में did, present में do, does. Next, to avoid repetition of a previous ordinary verb, we use do, like do you know him? So आप क्या बोलेंगे? Yes. Instead of saying yes, I know him, no की जगह do verb का use करेंगे because I के साथ do use होगा, he she it के साथ does use होगा. Is that clear? Now third use, do is also used to emphasize the affirmative nature of a statement. Emphasize का मतलब क्या है guys? किसी चीज पे किसी बात पे जोर देना. जैसे मैं बोलूं आप बीमार लग रहे हो, है ना, और इसी पे मैं बोलूं यार आप बहुत बीमार लग रहे हो, you do look pale. Pale means पीला, जब इंसान जैसे पीला पीला दिखता है ना बीमारी में, same, pale, yellowish. Then in the imperative sentences कौन से होते हैं? Who will tell me about imperative sentences? Come on.
Means I can say, but I'm waiting for others now.
Yes, Karthik, now I think nobody knows about imperative sentences, so you go ahead and I'll explain quickly.
Imperative sentences are used when we want to give command, request, suggestion, advice. Means in imperative sentences, there
We
will
do
be
not
no subject. The subject is hidden. You is the subject.
So guys, जब हम किसी को कमांड देते हैं, किसी से रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं, ऐसे सेंटेंसेस को हम imperative sentences बोलते हैं. इसमें हम सब्जेक्ट का यूज नहीं करते. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, do come to the party, it is going to be such fun or so much fun. Okay, तो यहाँ पे मैं ये नहीं बोल रही you do come to the party, my subject is hidden, that's why it's imperative sentence. Perfect. Anybody, any question? So guys, now let's quickly move to the quiz. Running out of time. Pick the correct option. This dash any sense. Please consider rephrasing it. This doesn't makes, doesn't make, not makes. Okay, he worked a teacher. Disha, he worked a teacher is wrong. He worked as a teacher. 15 minutes, 21 slides. Yes, Karthik. Depending. Yes, ma'am, you are great. God bless you. These all, ma'am. Khushbu, please answer. Milu Ram Sahu.
Yes, ma'am. These doesn't make any sense. Please consider rephrasing it. Rephrasing
Yes.
it.
So first of all, these नहीं है, this है, this. Okay, this. जल्दी से बोलना है, this doesn't
This-
make any sense. Please consider नहीं, consider. Consider. Yes.
Consider.
So for example, I asked you to write a letter, right, or an essay, and when you submit it to me, I believe इसमें तो कुछ समझ ही नहीं आ रहा. It doesn't make any sense. Please consider rephrasing it. इसे दोबारा लिखिए, rephrase करिए. So doesn't is the right answer, and first option is incorrect because does के साथ हमने verb में s लगाया है, which is incorrect. Anybody, any question? Okay, it is better to clear your doubts, guys. So don't pile up your doubts that ma'am last में पूछेंगे. Do it now. Next slide. Many of us dash like fast food for lunch. Many of us are like, is like, do like, does like. Ravina, please answer. Yes, many of us do like fast food for lunch. I think Indians don't like fast food for lunch. We like proper meal like dal, sabzi, roti, rice, right? Even
Ma'am,
when
we don't like fast food, but we eat food very fast.
Karthik, yes. Okay. So guys, the right answer is do. Many of us do, not are, not is, not does. Next slide. A bike dash much. A bike isn't cost, hasn't costed, wasn't cost, doesn't cost much. I think are so Topaz Mondal, this is incorrect. I think so, not I think are so. Rosie,
A bike doesn't cost much.
So guys, people don't have bikes in Canada because it's too much cold here. So they will freeze if they will ride a bike or a scooty. So people have car. So a bike doesn't cost much.
I disagree with this statement, ma'am. There are some bikes.
I also can't think. Everything is expensive. Nothing is cheap. Okay, guys. So bike is the third person singular. It के साथ हम क्या use करते हैं? Does. It doesn't cost much. It does cost much. Next slide. Person A, will you go with me? Person B, no, I am not. No, I will not. I do not, or I are not. So guys, won't is the negative, or sorry, abbreviation of will not. When we want to say will not, we use won't. Okay. Ru, please answer.
Yes, ma'am. Will you go with me? No, I won't.
I won't. Won't. So guys, want is W-A-N-T, want. Chahiye. I want, right? I want this, I want that. The pronunciation is want. This is won't. I will not. मैं तुम्हारे साथ नहीं जाऊंगा या मेरे साथ नहीं जाऊंगी. I will not go with you. So you don't need to say I will not go with you because you don't need to repeat the verb. Yes, Ola's electric scooter is around 1.5 lakh because it's chargeable. That's why you don't need to, you are saving a lot of money on petrol. That's why it's expensive. Next slide. You used to stay up all night and study, hadn't you? Usn't you? Didn't you? Use not you. Shafiq, please answer. Shivani.
Yes, ma'am. You used to stay up all night and study, didn't you?
Yes. So guys, as for example, मैं किसी से पूछ रही हूँ कि तुम रात भर जाग के पढ़ाई करते थे, है ना? So this है ना is question tag. In English, we call it question tag. So question tag is always the helping verb of the main verb. So used to is the past, और past में हम कौन सा helping verb use करते हैं? Did, not hadn't, not usn't, not use, not to, you. Okay? It's okay, Disha. You are learning. That's why incorrect response हो रहे हैं. Just try कि ना हो. So guys, now I am going to end this grammar session here because we have so many slides left And from the next slide, we have the modal verbs. Okay, so I don't want to start modal verbs just now because we have many slides left and we have no time for that. So for now, I will leave it here. Tomorrow, in tomorrow's session, we will continue the same session. Okay, because we
Ma'am.
have only 6 minutes left and there are so many slides. 18 slides are left. So obviously we will not be able to do 18 slides in just 5 minutes. And there is explanation slides about modal verbs. So modal verbs we will do today. For today, for tomorrow, we will do tomorrow. For today, we have helping verbs, auxiliary verbs. Okay. I'm up. Yes. So now if you have any question in any of the auxiliary verbs, feel free to ask. We have 5 minutes until we start I start the next session. Yes, Karthik.
Ma'am, why are you coming up with very big topics, ma'am, nowadays? Means earlier we used to have some time.
I
Free
am
time
not,
after
Karthik,
the
I told you
quiz.
I am not responsible of the content. My team chooses the topic. I don't.
Oh, okay. Means if possible, after parts of speech, you come up with small topics, ma'am, which we can complete in 30 minutes or so.
Again, it's not my choice. Okay, so guys, helping verbs equals to auxiliary verbs. Helping verbs भी बोल सकते हैं आप, auxiliary verbs भी बोल सकते हैं. I personally call them helping verbs. So कौन कौन से होते हैं जल्दी से बताइए. Come on, please tell me.
Helping verbs, be forms, have forms, do forms.
So B, सबसे पहले हमारे पास होता है B. यहाँ पे मैं number 1 लिख देती हूँ ताकि आपके लिए easy रहे. First we have B. B की कौन सी forms है हमारे पास?
Be, is, am, are.
Is, am, are is present.
Was where?
Was, were is past. Second, we have has and have. Has and have are present. इसी का past क्या है हमारा? Exactly. Then
Do forms.
yes. So do and does we use for present. And
Did
then
past.
did for past.
Did.
Any other auxiliary verb?
Yes, ma'am. Shall, should, can, could.
No.
Modal
They are
verb.
modal verbs. Just helping verb. These are all. So guys, अगर आप इनको काउंट करेंगे तो ये बेचारी 6 verbs हैं. 6 आपकी helping verbs हैं. तो प्लीज इन्हें learn कर लीजिए. अब I am going to write down some rules. So first you need to understand that helping verb is it always comes before the main verb. Okay, अब मैं बड़ा लिख रही हूँ note. Helping verbs are followed by, किसको follow करते हैं?
Main verb.
Main verbs. This is what you need to understand. So there was a topic we did about auxiliary verbs, helping verbs, and so many people were giving incorrect response. और मैं एक ही चीज बार बोल रही थी, अगर आपके sentence में 2 verbs हैं, ठीक है, और जो हमारा पहला verb है वो helping verb है. For example, मुझे बोलना है I am teaching verbs, or let's say I am teaching English grammar. Okay, I am teaching English grammar. Now guys, you need to identify the verbs. What are the verbs in this sentence? Am and teach. These are the 2 verbs. तो पहले वाला verb क्या है? Helping verb है, am. Right? So इसलिए यहाँ पे मैंने लिखा है helping verbs are always followed by main verbs. And please understand that present helping verb is followed by present form of first form of verb. Past helping verb is followed by the second form of verb. And has and have are always followed by the third form of verb. Has, have, had. Okay, so this is something you need to learn or understand. We have 1 more minute, so I'm going to write down this rule as well. So is MR is followed by present form of verb. Is MR present? Anybody, any question, please ask. Present form, or you can say first form of verb, okay? Is MR, not only is MR, but do does also. यहाँ पे हम R कर देते हैं because plural हो गया. Okay, and then we have past of is MR, that is was, were, and did. Are followed by present से हम चले जाएंगे past पे, past form of verbs. Then सबसे easy हमारा guys has, have, had है, because has, have, had they are always followed by third form of verb. थर्ड फॉर्म जिसे हम बोलते हैं पास्ट पार्टिसिपल फॉर्म. Easy? Anybody, any question? So these are some rules of your helping verbs. There are 3, or you can say 6 helping verbs, and present is MR is followed by present, do does is followed by present form, and then we have was, were, and did, they are followed by past forms, and has, have, had, they are followed by third form of verb. Is that clear? If you want, you guys can click a picture, take a screenshot of this slide. It's all about helping verbs. So today we have learned about helping verbs thoroughly. Tomorrow we will learn about modal verbs thoroughly. Okay. Now, guys, I would request you to join my another session. It will take me 1 minute to start the Zoom meeting and go live. So give me that 1 minute and join the other session, speaking session. Even if you don't want to speak, please be a listener in the class.